come. Step forward.
As a matter of fact, there might be a lot we don't know about each other. You know, people seldom go to the trouble of scratching the surface of things to find the inner truth.
Hmm?
You hear something nice?
Yes, what is it?
A letter from a girl.
Oh.
My heart was trembling as I walked into the post office, and there you were, lying in box 237. I took you out of your envelope and read you. Read you right there. Oh, my dear friend.
What is all this?
So I was looking through the ads in the Sunday paper, and I got on the wrong page, and I came across this ad. And wait a minute, I have it right here. Here, read that.
Modern girl wishes to correspond on cultural subjects anonymously with intelligent, sympathetic young men. Address, dear friend, Post Office 15, Box 237. I know those ads. Papers are full of them. How long has it been going on?
Well, we've exchanged 4 letters.
4 letters?
And she's no ordinary girl, either. Now, listen to this. Are you tall? Are you short? Are your eyes blue? Are they brown? Don't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
What does it matter so long as our minds meet?
My name is Clara Novak, Junior Street 42. And if you need me in a hurry, you can phone 246422. That's the grocery store downstairs.
What right have you got to fire me anyway? Does Mr. Matuszek know about this?
No. What do you think of that? Mr. Matuszek doesn't know anything about this. I'm the manager, and you don't work here anymore.
So, you are the manager. How do I know you are the manager? Anyone can say that. Prove it to me. Prove it to me in black and white.
Oh, you want it in black and white. All
Yes.
right, you're going to get it in black and blue.
Difficult to explain a man like him to a man like you. Where you would say black, he would say white. Where you would say ugly, he says beautiful. And where you say old maid, he says eyes that sparkle with fire and mystery. You have an engagement. Yes, and so have I. And we shouldn't be late.
Do you know what I wish would happen? When your bell rings at 8:30 and you open the door, instead of Popkin, I come in.
No, please don't make it more difficult for me.
And I'd say, Clara, darling.
Oh, no, you mustn't.
Oh, dearest sweetheart, Clara, I can't stand it any longer. Please, take your key and open Post Office Box 237 and take me out of my envelope and kiss me.
Mr. Crowley, you must...
I am Oz, the great and powerful. Who are you?
And you know, there are a great many things you don't know about me, Miss Fisher. It's such a pity that people so seldom go to the trouble of scratching the surface to find out the inner truth. Sit down. I got another letter.
From the girl that advertised?
Yeah. You want to hear something nice?
Yes.
Dear friend, my heart was trembling as I walked into the post office. But there you were, lying in box 237. I took you out of your envelope and read you. Read you right there, dear friend.
I thought she wanted to correspond with you on intellectual subjects.
Well, isn't that intellectual? Positively poetry. Now, wait, there's more. Are you short or tall? Are your eyes blue or brown? Don't tell me. What does it matter if our minds meet?
You're right. It is intellectual.
There are so many wonderful things to write about in this world of ours. It would be wasting precious time if we told each other the sordid details of our daily lives. So don't let's do it. I agree with you when you say, 'tis happier to be dead, to die for beauty, than to live for bread.
Did you say that?
Well, Ralph Waldo Emerson said it first. Yes?
Mom? Yeah? Do you really want to go and live in that hotel for the winter?
Sure I do. It'll be lots of fun.
Yeah, I guess so. In a way, there's hardly anybody to play with around here.
Yeah, I know. It always takes a little time to make new friends.
Yeah, I guess so.
What about Tony? He's looking forward to the hotel, I bet.
Mr. Torch.
Now, come on, Tony. Don't be silly.
I don't want to go there, Mrs. Torch.
Well, how come you don't want to go?
I just don't.
Well, let's just wait and see. We're all gonna have a real good time.
Bill, I'd like you to meet Jack Torrance.
How do you do? One of them's named for me, you know.
Oh, which
Yeah.
one?
Andrew.
I didn't mean the name. I mean the age.
Oh. Andrew, he's 17 months, 3 weeks, and 1 day. He was born on my birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
When is your
Let's
birthday?
put the
All right,
back a
here.
little.
He's all right.
June 30th.
June 30th. Oh, the crab. Hmm?
What?
I mean, astrologically speaking, I'm interested in signs. You know, birth signs.
Oh, well, there's nothing I can do about that now.
I'm a writer. Teaching's been more or less a way of making ends meet.
Well, this ought to be quite a change for you.
You see, it's very hard to explain a man like him to a man like you.
Well,
where you would say white, he would say black. That attractive young man, he's just the type women fall for. He's certainly got a sense of humor.
Yes. Well, he sounds like a strange sort of a fellow to me. Imagine being afraid to go to a table just because another man was sitting there.
He wasn't afraid. He was just being tactful and sensitive. You see, it's very hard to explain a man like him to a man like you. Where you would say white, he would say black. Where you would say old maid, he'd say eyes that sparkle with fire and mystery.
Mystery? What
Vivacious. Fascinating.
Fascinating.
There are a lot of things, and if you'll forgive me, Mr. Larkin, I have to answer this immediately.
Oh, I wouldn't stop you for the world.
Oh, now, wait a minute. This is all wrong.
After all, it is Christmas.
I know, but Mr. Larkin...
Oh, Veronica, I love you so. Please open box 237 and take me out of my envelope.
Box 237.
Dear friend.
Box 237. Box 237.
Bring me her broomstick, and I'll grant your requests.
May I say him?
Go on.
And in Richmond, we lived on 5th Street. 237 5th Street. Right next door to the Thompsons. Rick and Mary Lou Thompson.
Mrs. White?
Hi.
Hi, Lloyd.
Are we to understand that you're no longer Mrs. White?
No, I'm not.
Nor Eve Black?
No.
Then may I ask, what is your name?
I don't know.
Well, you do know Mrs. White and Miss Black, don't you?
I know them in a way. I don't think I know them very well.
Well, you know they're,
Yes, I understand that. It's a pretty bewildering thing, too, isn't it?
I should say you were well within your rights in so describing the situation. And may I add, it seems to grow no less so with the passage of time.
What about room 237?
I was hoping...
Room 237?
They're scared of room 237.
I think I'd better tell you as well as I can just what the situation is. Have you ever heard of
Mr. Allen, what is in
multiple
room 237?
personality?
Nothing. There ain't nothing in room 237.
Now all Dr. Luther had to do was to explain the situation to Ralph.
How are you, Ralph?
Stay out.
Good morning, sir. How's Evie?
Stay out.
While I was there, a curious thing happened that I think you might be interested in.
What was that?
Well, it was this. Bonnie and her mother were out in the backyard. They were playing ball, you know, bouncing a ball back and forth. Now you ready? All right. Here it comes. Very good.
Do it again, Mommy.
Okay, here we go. Uh-oh.
Look, it's under the house.
That's all right, honey. I get it.
Mom?
You wait here, darling. Mother'll get it for you.
Can you see it? Mom?
Then when I got under there, a strange thing happened. Suddenly, I was littler. I was a little girl under the house. I could smell the odor of fresh earth, like a long time ago, and morning glories, though there are no morning glories growing around there now.
And you still can't remember anything at all about your childhood?
Not even of being a child.
You think Eve White might be able to remember something about it?
I have no idea.
May I speak with her, please? Mrs. White? Jane tells me that when she came out up there on Sunday, when you were playing catch with Bonnie, the ball rolled under the house, and she went under after it. And when she got under there, she had a feeling of being very small. A child. Very curious and somehow frightening feeling, as if she'd been there before. Now, this had some meaning for her.
Evie, darling. Evie, now you do like your mommy says.
Come on now, you give it to me.
You got to, honey.
Now, baby, I know, sugar. All you got to do is kiss her on the cheek. Then you won't miss her so much.
Mama, I don't want
now,
to.
you got to kiss her goodbye. You won't miss her so much.
I don't want to. Please, Mama. Please.
Come on, baby.
Please, I don't want to.
Goodbye, so you won't miss her so much.
She didn't mean any wrong by it. The way people thought in those days.
How'd you get away from George?
I had to go somewhere.
Come on, I'll get us a bottle on the way.
Where? Hey,
How about a snort call, dark and ugly?
Something wrong, baby?
Oh, nothing's wrong.
This place is fine. I like
Can I
it.
get you a drink?
Look, I gotta be back to the post by 1. Let's go.
Come on now.
You crazy
It's not
son,
my
I'm not
baby.
going any place with
Val,
you.
I
don't
called
know
you
what you're
last
talking
night.
about. I told you.
Oh, yeah?
There's no
Any of
answer.
that stuff, baby. I didn't buy you all these drinks for
I
nothing.
called you 4 times.
All right, then.
Honey,
I'll
I
go
guess
with
I was
some
out
other time,
somewhere.
okay?
Oh, what'd you do?
You're going with me now.
I don't know. I guess I was goofing off at the movies.
Let me go.
Val, why are you doing this to me?
See what I mean?
I don't know what you mean.
You hurt me.
I think you
I
do.
don't like to get hurt.
Oh,
How
look,
much I spilled
Mrs.
out on you
Petey.
already?
Not so fast! Not so fast! I'll have to give the matter a little thought. Go away and come back tomorrow.
Would you have dinner with me tonight, David?
I don't think so.
I'm going to be in London 10 more days, and I'd love to see more of you.
You really are persistent, aren't you?
A little over-anxious, maybe.
Look, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to come down from that tower if we ever reach the top. We'll take Matt out to tea. We'll stuff him full of food. And then I'll drive you back to London.
And drop me in my hotel.
That's right. It'll be better that way, don't you think?
No, I don't. We can go up now.
You will be down by 4:30, won't you?
Yes, thank you. We'll hurry. I'll lead. Every 20 steps, stop and count 5. That way you won't get out of breath.
Oh, go on, Matt, go on.
Everyone all right? Fine. Fine. There are 237 steps. I've counted them.
What did he say?
He says he's counted the steps.
What does he want to count them for? It's hard enough to climb them.
It's very, homey.
Yeah.
This is our famous hedge maze. It's quite an attraction
How
around
old
here.
was that?
The walls are 13 feet high.
How old was that aunt you were
And
talking
the
about?
hedge is about as old as the hotel
She's
itself.
60.
It's a lot of fun.
Well, she's
But
very
I wouldn't want
athletic.
to go in there unless I had an hour to spare to
that.
find my way out.
Champion long distance runner.
When was the overlook built?
Oh, my gosh, look out. Be
Construction
careful.
started in 1907.
It's all right. You have to
Finished
get to the to get the
1909.
view.
The site is supposed to be
Look, you can see
located on
Ashford
an
from
Indian
here.
burial
Where the
ground, and
Vikings
I believe
fought.
they actually had to repel a few Indian attacks as they were building it.
Because if you do, then travel that.
Just because I'm happy when I'm around you, bluebird. No more need to roam up above. The sun is shining, the world is ideal. I just can't describe the marvelous way that I feel with nothing but the
No, I've had it. It's an hour past curtain. You'll be 45 minutes getting dressed. You think they're going to wait for you? There are 2,500 people out there who paid money to see Jenny Bowman. But you're going to let them down. Now, that may not mean anything to you anymore, but I still have a certain reverence for audiences. They mean a great deal to me. And if they still do mean something to you, then I'm going to find it very difficult to forgive you. And if they don't mean anything to you anymore, then I am genuinely and profoundly sorry for you, Jenny.
37, 37, 37, 37, 37.
Where was the subject found?
We came across it the last day of our field trip into the woods a week ago. The capsule was perfectly intact.
Is there a date on the capsule?
Oh, yes. The subject was frozen in 1973, which means he's been under for 200 years.
Hello, Dr. Temkin. So nice to see you. I'm BioCentral Computer 2100 Series G. I'll be assisting you through the entire process. May I say, Doctor, we're all aware of your reputation, and we look forward to a successful and rewarding cloning procedure.
I am going at this time to give to this television and radio art.
Some of us have a theory that he might once have been a president of the United States, but that he did something horrendous so that all records, everything was wiped out about him. There is nothing in history books. There are no pictures on stamps, money.
Yes, he actually was president of the United States, but I know that whenever he used to leave the White House, the Secret Service used to count the silverware.
Yeah, well, if you get screwed up, it's because of you.
If he gets screwed up because of you, he gets screwed up because of you.
Oh, you're retarded. You know that? I'm on a mission with retarded men.
All right, just get your part right.
No, you get your part right.
Oh, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I'm 237 years old. I should be collecting Social Security. I'm 237 years old. I should be collecting Social Security. I'm 237 years old. I'm 237.
My name is Paul Taylor. I write about sports. My distinction? A motorcycle accident that gave me an intimate knowledge of death. My death. I was dead. Clinically, completely dead. And yet I knew what was happening every moment. I'd been dead for 2 minutes and 37 seconds, and now I was coming back. But there would always be a difference, for one connection with death was never broken. A connection through which the dead can reach my mind, forcing me to look for a person I've never met, compelling me to protect that person from the world beyond.
Paul Taylor.
I write about sports. My distinction? A motorcycle accident that gave me an intimate knowledge of death.
I'd been dead for 2 minutes and 37 seconds, and now I was coming back.
But there would always be a difference.
Folks, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. The great and boss has spoken.
Competition's tough out there. Cars are all good, drivers are all good. You need an edge, something that'll put you over the top. Now, I got the best power plant on the circuit. With the kind of performance that Fasco gives me, nobody can touch me.
Thank you.
We won the Funny Car Nationals on Sunday with this machine here.
Yeah, we're staying at the Sandman Inn, room 237. Yeah, we're staying at the Sandman Inn, room 237. Yeah, we're staying at the Sandman Inn, room 237. Room 237.
I don't know why Lonnie wanted us to come down here for. We should be out looking for the car.
Look, somebody knows where that car is. And that somebody's gonna be here for sure.
Briggs's clutch foot is busted, and Ed, his shifting arm, shot for good.
All right, we'll just have to get ourselves new drivers.
All right, sure. But who's going to learn a rig like Cyclops in 2 weeks? It'd take a genius.
I know one man who can handle it.
No, Pop, not him. Not Dan Torrance.
He's trouble, but he knows his way around a lug wrench.
Yelled greetings and melted his lug wrench. You melt somebody's lug wrench. I don't suppose anybody got a license number. Yeah, Papa X-Ray Victor 237.
He's trouble, but he knows his way around a lug wrench. What happened between the two of you, Kitty, is ancient history. We're talking bosses now, girl.
I'm sorry, Pop. I can't do it.
Well, I'll be dipped. That's Torrance.
They were a party of settlers in covered wagon times. They got snowbound one winter in the mountains. They had to resort to cannibalism in order to stay alive.
You mean they ate each other up?
They had to, in order to survive.
Dad, don't worry, Mom. I know all about cannibalism. I saw it on TV.
See? It's okay. I saw it on the
What do you
television.
have? Drink up and get out, Torrance. We don't want your kind around here.
Who's we, Goldie? Is that how you feel, Whitey? What about you, Blackie? Come on, speak up.
237.
I see you hiding back there, Red. What about you guys? Pinky, Greenie, Brownie? We were all rookies together.
Guys like you give busting a bad name. We all remember Mount Diablo.
You know goddamn well there were never any charges brought against me.
That bus crashed and you were lost in the mountains. We all know it really happened. There's only one way that you could have stayed alive.
Yeah, well, I don't care what anybody says. I did not eat 110 passengers.
Before the crash, you weighed 180. When they found you picking your teeth, you weighed 237. Explain that. When they found you picking your teeth, you weighed 237. Explain that. When they found you picking your teeth, you weighed 237. Explain that.
Now, Danny, when you were brushing your teeth, do you remember if you smelled anything funny or saw any bright flashing lights or anything at all strange? Do you remember when you were brushing your teeth? What's the next thing you remember after you were brushing your teeth? Now, Danny, can you remember what you were doing just before you started brushing your teeth?
I ate the seats. I ate the luggage.
I think we should discuss Danny. I think we should discuss what should be done.
You mean they ate each other up?
I boiled the floor mats just like they taught us.
But how come there was no trace of passengers?
My co-driver ate them. Bendix was eating people left and right. I swear to God, there was no way I can stop him. I was delirious with fever.
You didn't want to stop him. You yourself said you ate a foot.
He ate a foot. He did. He ate a foot. Yeah? Look, Bendix made a stew. I had no idea there was a foot in it. You eat one lousy foot, they call you a cannibal.
I know all about cannibalism.
What a world.
I'll call you more than a cannibal. I'll call you a double clutching, lane changing, roundhog.